This roasted chicken is a real easy and somewhat inexpensive thing to make that results in something very impressive, delicious, and versatile. With so much going for it, it's a real wonder how come this is the first time I decided to roast a whole chicken. Usually I'd only be roasting a turkey at Christmas time. So to get the ball rolling, you're gonna need a couple key ingredients. And while you could definitely switch it up and make this recipe your own, this is a nice blend that I came up with that I encourage you to try. We have onion powder, ginger powder, whole jeera, coriander seeds, lemon pepper, cayenne pepper, rosemary and olive oil, mustard, and some sugar. And we will be using some fresh garlic. Of course, we have our whole chicken here that you could buy already clean from the supermarket. I'm going to prep the chicken by washing it in some lime. Squeeze the juice of about 3 limes onto the chicken and then cover it in water. And I want to leave that to sit while we work on the rub. We're going to toast our coriander seeds and jeera. And remember the rule of thumb from my essential spices video. Freshly toasted and ground spices always taste better than the pre-roasted version. When the seeds start to pop, you want to remove them from the heat and grind them with a mortar and pestle or a spice grinder. And now for our rub, I want to add all the dried spices into a bowl. We also add in some salt to taste. Then you want to add the rosemary and olive oil. Add the minced garlic. And you want to mix that into a paste. And for some extra fat and flavor, I add in some room temperature unsalted butter. I'm going to combine that well, and boom, we have our best herb and spice butter to smother the chicken in. You want to make sure and use some paper towels to pat the chicken dry. We want it to roast properly, so we want to make sure that there isn't any excess moisture on the surface of the chicken. You want to push some of the spread underneath the skin of the chicken. We want to make sure that the breast remains moist, so you want to get that butter all up in there. Then you want to use the remaining spread to completely smother the chicken. Leave no area untouched. You want to take your time and just massage that in proper. It's a messy process, but all that is part of it. And lastly, I'm taking a lime and piercing it. Then I'm putting it inside the chicken. And what's going to happen is while the chicken is cooking, the steam action happening in the cavity will allow the lime to release its oils and juices, which will give the chicken a nice extra citrusy flavor. And to begin the roasting process, you want to put the chicken in a roasting pan, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 25 minutes uncovered. This is so that it gets some nice color. After 25 minutes, you want to take it out of the oven, cover the chicken with foil, making sure it's airtight. Then you want to reduce the heat to 300 degrees and cook it for 40 minutes. 40 minutes later, the chicken done cooking. It's just one final step. You want to drain the juices from the chicken and use it to baste the chicken. Return it to the oven for another 5 minutes uncovered. This will give the chicken a nice caramelized and flavorful outer layer. 5 minutes later, we're done. Just giving the chicken one final coating for a bit of sheen and moisture on the outside. And check how we looking now. I done tasting this already. This done best. Of course, you want this to cool before digging in. Now, when it's in for a taste, hoping to get a real money shot of me pulling off the drumstick, but the chicken cooks so tender that it's just falling apart. All the meat falling off the bone, the meat falling off the meat. Cooked to perfection. And my favorite part of the chicken is the breast. All you know is a breast man, so go and slice a piece of that and probably have it with some veggies or something. But don't waste the other scraps of meat that coming off the carcass. These scraps perfect for making a quick soup or sandwich, some tacos, or even a chicken salad. And if you like this recipe, please give the video a thumbs up and give it a share. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please take a moment to do so. The full recipe can be found on eatahfoodtt.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Mm-hmm.